Welcome to the show called Beyond Our Galaxy.
Computer, what is the problem?
The sun is dragging us into it.
Take evasive action, computer.
Computer is working with overdrive.
It's getting hot, computer.
Computer is using all power to escape.
Computer, it's now or never. We're beginning to break up.
Ship will disintegrate in 10 seconds. 10, 9.
Computer!
Ship is in hyperdrive speed.
Now, computer.
The solar system is a fascinating place to study. Eight planets, many moons, and a host of other objects fill the night sky. Our solar system today. What holds our solar system together? The sun. A massive giant ball of gas. Hydrogen is turning into helium every second. About 1 million Earths could fit in this circle of the sun. The force of gravity of the sun holds many objects in orbit around it. What is an orbit? An orbit, by definition, is this: an object of one that moves through space around a larger object held by its gravitational force. Hence, the sun is the biggest object in the solar system, therefore, it holds the solar system together. How big is our sun? Our sun is some 865,000 miles big. Let's take our 4 superior planets and put them in the circle of our sun. These 4 gas giants equal 226,450 miles in size altogether. Our sun would still be 628,550 miles bigger than all 4 of these gas giants. Our sun tilts on its axis by 7 degrees. The sun rotates as well. The center of the sun rotates once every 25 days. While the sun's poles, it rotates once every 34 days. The sun's temperature at its surface reaches about 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit. While at the core of the sun, temperatures reach some 25 million degrees Fahrenheit. Our sun has an eccentric orbit. By definition, an eccentric orbit is a non-circular orbit. In other words, the sun basically stays in one place, seen here in this picture. While the rest of the objects, like the planets, orbits around our sun. So now, here we go. Around the sun. Planet Mercury. Planet Mercury's approximate distance from the sun is 35,980,000 miles away. Planet Mercury has no moons. Mercury does not tilt on its axis. Mercury has a perihelion closest distance of the sun of 28,600,000 miles from the sun. Mercury's aphelion farthest distance from the sun is 43,400,000 miles from the sun. Planet Mercury has an inclination of 7 degrees, 0 feet, and 16 inches. An inclination is the way an object orbits in its relationship from its angle between its orbit around the sun and or planet Earth. Planet Mercury also has a retrograde orbit. Mercury orbits opposite of the zodiac constellations. Here are some more views of planet Mercury. The big question for this show is this. Do all the planets orbit the sun the same way Earth does? Our next stop is planet Venus. Planet Venus, about 67,240,000 miles away from the sun. Venus is the second planet from the sun. Venus has no moons. Venus tilts on its axis about 177 degrees. Venus' ecliptic orbit is 3 degrees, 21 feet, 40 inches. Farthest distance from the sun is 67,240,000 miles, and Venus' closest distance to the sun is 66,800,000 miles away. Planet Venus' tilts on its axis at 177 degrees. Here are a couple interesting questions for you viewers. Why do planets orbit the sun? What would Venus be like if it tilted 23.5 degrees like Earth and the volcanic gases were allowed to escape its atmosphere? Here are some more views of Venus. Our next stop is planet Earth. Third planet from the sun. Earth's farthest distance from the sun is about 93 million miles from the sun. Earth has one moon. Earth's aphelion and perihelion distance are 94,500,000 miles from the sun is aphelion and 91 million miles closest to the sun is perihelion. Planet Earth tilts on a 23.5 degrees angle. As Earth orbits the sun, it has its 4 seasons: fall, winter, spring, summer. It takes Earth about 364 days to orbit the sun. Earth's moon is about 238,900 miles away. Earth's moon tilts on its axis at about a 6.7 degree angle. Earth's moon takes about 29.53 days to orbit it. The moon also has a close and farthest distance from Earth. When the Earth's moon is closest, it affects the Earth's ocean waves, making them larger. When the Earth's moon is farthest away, it has less effect on its oceans. Now here are some questions about Earth before we move on. What keeps the moon from falling into Earth? What would happen to Earth if it did not tilt at all? What would happen if Earth had 2 moons instead of 1? What would happen to Earth if it was located where Mars is? We now travel on to our next planet. Planet Mars. But the big question is this: why Mars? Mars is the closest Earth-like planet for Earthlings to possibly live on someday in the future. Water has been discovered by space probes at both the North and South poles. Planet Mars is located some 142 million miles from the Sun. From Earth to Mars is only about 49 million miles away. Planet Mars tilts on about a 25.2 degree angle. Mars revolves around itself in about 24 hours and 37 minutes. It takes Mars about 687 Earth days to orbit the Sun. Planet Mars has 2 moons, Phobos, Deimos. Mars also has a conjunction and an opposition. But how long will it take Earthlings to reach Mars? About 5 years. one day man will possibly walk on Mars and live here.
Hey, Pete, did you remember to bring the screwdriver?
No, I thought you'd remember it.
This is going to be a long day.
And the journey continues. Here are some more awesome pictures of Mars. Our next stop is the asteroid belt.
Computer, what happened?
Computer had to go into hyperdrive speed to escape the sun's hold on us.
Where are we now, computer?
Computer is scanning.
Computer, what is that object approaching us?
An asteroid is approaching us.
Computer, quick, take evasive action again.
Computer's hyperdrive cannot function.
Computer, watch out. Supreme Leader isn't going to be happy about this, computer.
Computer does not compute what happiness is. It is a state of emotion.
You emotionless machine.
Computer does not compute.
Computer, report damages.
Minimum damage. Repairable than 24 epochs.
Computer, watch out. Here comes another asteroid.
The asteroid belt has millions of rocks, both big and small, within it. Asteroid belt is located between Mars and Jupiter and orbits around the sun like the planets do. We now travel out of the asteroid belt and onwards to Jupiter. Fifth planet in the solar system and the biggest. Made up of hydrogen and helium. Weather on Jupiter is chaotic and one to be undesirable to live on. Jupiter has some 15 zones where weather travels in different directions. The GRS, or the Great Red Spot, with winds of up to 200 miles an hour. Notice the orbits of the superior planets are all about the same. Even the outer planets orbit the sun in an elliptical way like the Earth does. Jupiter's 4 main moons are Ganymede, Io, Europa, Callisto. Jupiter has some 83 known moons that orbit it. Here are some more awesome views of the planet Jupiter to enjoy seeing. We now journey to our next planet. Planet Saturn, 6th planet from the Sun, 2nd largest in the solar system. Familiar characteristics, rings around the planet. One moon called Titan has been discovered to have H2O or water on it. Here is an example of how the superior planets orbit the sun. It takes planet Saturn some 29.7 years to orbit the sun. Planet Saturn is Titan with water on it. Planet Saturn also has a conjunction and opposition as well. Here are some more awesome views of planet Saturn to enjoy. Next stop is planet Uranus, 7th planet in the solar system, bluish green in color, tilts on its axis by 97 degrees. Here's what planet Uranus looks like as it orbits around the sun tilted on its axis. Uranus also has a ring around it like Saturn does. Here are some of Uranus's moons. Planet Uranus takes 84 years to orbit the sun once. Our next stop is planet Neptune, 7th planet from the sun, bluish green in color, like its sister planet Uranus. Planet Neptune takes about 164 years to orbit the sun once. Planet Neptune's orbits around the sun as shown in this picture. Here's a comparison of Neptune and Earth in size. Our last stop is dwarf planet Pluto. Orbits the sun in about 164 years. Why is Pluto now a dwarf planet? Pluto does not orbit the sun like the rest of the normal planets. It orbits the sun on a 17-degree angle as seen here. Well, the fact is, everything in our solar system operates in an orderly manner. Everything in its place and time. But only time will tell what we Earthlings will discover when we look up into space and beyond our galaxy.